A very good day. Beriogo here. Thank you for watching a video again. It's been 2 weeks since I uploaded something. Apologies for that. I've moved from Panama to the next country. Stay tuned to find out which one that is. But it's been a very busy time. I have not been able to edit or upload anything whatsoever. But I'm back now 1 to 2 times a week on Beriogo's backpacking. I hope you enjoyed the video because we're going to the top. A very good, very early morning here, still from Panama. I have left Valle de Anton. I am now in the town of Boquete, which is closer to Costa Rica. Today is my last day in Panama. I spent a couple days here in Boquete doing some hikes, walking some trails. They were all very wet. Today is my last day in Panama and I want to finish it off with a bang. So it's time to go to the top of the country. I'm gonna climb volcano of Baru. I have made it to the entrance of Parque Nacional Volcán Baru. This volcano, which is the roof of Panama, lies at 3,455 meters. This is the way up. Many people go up with a jeep, with a car, they drive to the top. I'm not gonna do it, I'm in for the challenge. I brought a friend with me, you might see him later in the video. Most people actually choose to do this hike through the night and then be on the top for sunrise. I didn't do that, sun's rising behind me. But it's about 5 to 6 hours up and 4 hours down. So enough to see, enough to do. Let's go.
I don't see any other water in the distance. I think that's the Pacific.
That was the mark for the first kilometer done. Behind me the sun is rising beautifully. Total hike up one way should be 13.5 kilometers, they said at the office. So enough more kilometers to go. Let's go. Alright, we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. That is a sign that there's 3 kilometers done, which means about 10.5 kilometers up. But I need you guys to see this, look. This is a trail made for jeeps, so it just goes up like that. I came from there. It's quite tough. I also brought a lot of stuff. I have 3 liters of water and 2 liters of soda with me, so that comes down to 5 liters of stuff and snacks. But you know, when people say it's about an 11.5 hour trip, that's intense. But in 1 hour 10 minutes, 3 kilometers should be 4.5 to 5 hours to the top if we can keep the pace up. The beginning was really tough. First 2 kilometers were intense. I've also been hiking a little bit in here off camera. Did 2 trails, and I can still feel those in my feet and calves. But we're gonna keep going. The roof of Panama is right there, so we're gonna go. I kept on walking and it didn't take long until I found this sign. 3.4 kilometers remaining. This was beautiful news because that meant we've made it through the quarter-way point. I started to get more motivated. The first 2 kilometers were really tough, but from this point onward I really believed I could actually make it. That is the sign. 4.5 kilometers done, which means we're a third of the way through. I have to say, with every sip of water I take, the bag that I brought gets lighter. It is now 10 past 8. I hope to be at the top by 11:30, but at 1 hour 45 minutes and already a third through, that should definitely be possible. No time to waste, let's keep going. We've reached quite a critical point in the hike. 6.8 kilometers of a hike that's 13.5. It means we crossed the halfway point. That feels really good. With a hike, it's always the first half you count up, but once you're past it, it's a countdown. It is less to the finish than it is back to the start. That's really motivating. The first sunrise hikers have just passed me down, and I'm gonna keep going because halfway there exactly 2.5 hours in, which means 5 hours is reachable, but we need to keep going at a steady pace to make sure we're at the top by 11:30, because I would really love that. Have some nice weather. I hope there's a view, but it is a bit cloudy. No time to lose. Let's keep moving. Next milestone reach, 8 kilometers down. 8 kilometers down, which means only 5.5 left. Gotta say, that already sounds a whole lot different than 13.5. We're 3 hours in. I think this should be fine. Reach it there with a 5-hour hike time. Down is never that much of a problem, honestly, because the road is just proper. We might be lucky. Sun shining, sky is very blue. I'm hoping for a view, because with good circumstances, they say you can see the Caribbean Sea on the one side and the Pacific on the other side. That would be incredible. But yeah, we're about 3,000 meters of elevation. The top is at 3,455, but with 5 kilometers to go and already 1,200 meters in incline done, I'm hoping, praying that there will be some flat parts, because since the halfway point it's just been brutally up again. This can't go up for much longer. I'm gonna keep walking and I'll see you at the double digits. Top appeared in front of me. I was like, this must be it. It could actually be the summit and our goal where I need to go today. But as you can see, when I kept walking, another summit appeared, and a little bit later, a third, and in the clouds, a fourth one. Let's just keep walking and see which one it is. That's gonna suck. So, as I said in the beginning, some people take this tour by jeep. They drive up the road. There is construction. I just walked past the jeep. That simply can't pass. Don't know if people have to get out and get down. Have to get out and get it manually, or if it's simply not possible. No clue. But in good news, we're at 3,100 meters, and I think that's where we need to be. I think this is 9.3. 4 kilometers and a bit left. It's getting close now. I just kept on steadily walking, and the road got so much worse. Sand and rocks got replaced by mud. My shoe actually got sucked into the mud a couple of times, which is really tricky. But it's flat. There's not much of incline. We're at 3,100 meters, so I'm happy. Where I constantly thought I knew where the top was, it was now really inside. All the way in the back, you see a top disappearing behind the clouds, and that's where we need to be. 11 kilometers. You don't see it because of the sun, but I think that's actually a blessing. That means there is sun. 2.5 kilometers remaining till this hike uphill is over. I was thinking maybe have a little break, have a snack, but with 2.5 kilometers, that's less than an hour, even uphill. So I'm gonna keep marching. You'll see me all the way up there.
Yeah, I have. Some people that I can cover.
There's it. The cross is the end. Yes, we made it. Holy sh! I can't believe it, but we made it. 4 hours and 22 minutes of almost straight walking, and we're at the top. And the view is spectacular. Over there is you don't see it, but where the clouds kind of hold, that's the Atlantic, the Caribbean. That way is Costa Rica. We're not going there. There where it's cloudy, that's Boquete. So I think the people in Boquete don't see anything right now. We up here have a great view. A couple days ago, I went to Sendero Los Quetzales. That's that little mountain. It was really fun, but really wet. Then we're gonna have a drink, have a snack here, cause it's quite a hike. The first 2 to 3 kilometers were really heavy. Then I started marching, and then it was all right. The view is so worth it. It doesn't get higher than this. Let me just say it like that. And it's time to move on. We've left the cross behind us because the clouds are arriving. It's getting cold. My hands are freezing. We're gonna go back down another 13.5 kilometers. It took us 4 hours 20 minutes to get up, so let's call it 2.5 to 3 hours down, depending on the trail. It's time to go. And we've left the summit again. Unbelievably, it's still only 11:35 in the morning, but it's been about half an hour then since we left the summit. And so far downhill, it's a walk in the park. It's the same road, it's up and down over the same trail, but as steep as it went up, it just goes down. There's one valley upcoming that goes 50, 100 meters down and then back up. So that's still a bit tricky because there we have to incline again. But after that, at this pace, I'm already at 10.7. which means I almost crossed 3 kilometers in the last half an hour. Uphill, that was impossible. What will it take? 2 hours? 2.5? Less? We'll see. Still going strong. We're still walking. It's been about an hour now since I left the summit. And I don't know which dumbbell thought that downhill would be harder. It definitely is not. I just passed the sign that says 8 kilometers, which means in 1 hour, we walked 5.5 kilometers down. With 8 more to go, that should be about 1 hour 20, 1 hour 30. And that's exactly where I want to be. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep you updated. But for now, this is so easy. We're still alive. We've passed about 2 hours since the summit. It's going so fast. Right there, it was 2.6 kilometers left. It's now 1:15. And for this last 2.5 kilometers, we might need a little under half an hour. So end this in sight. And I can't wait to lift my feet off the ground. It's a dire situation down there. I can't believe it. We made it. That was the hike. There's the office where we have to sign out. It's still 400 meters to the main street. But after that, it's over. I've been walking nearly non-stop for the last 7.5 hours. And my legs are not enjoying it anymore. Taxi is already on its way. We came in a taxi in the morning. Just called the same one. And then it'll be 10-15 minutes until we're back in Boquete. And this is where we started at 6:30 a.m. I've made it to the roof of Panama. I'm never going back up there. And here, I didn't even see it when we arrived. The official start sign, 0 kilometers, 0 meters. Taxi's coming soon, but that can mean anything here in Latin America. Then it's going back to the hostel and chill.